Welcome to Faithful Hustle, the podcast for people who want to chase big goals without losing sight of God's plan. I'm Peyton, and I believe faith and hustle don't compete, they fuel each other. Every week, we'll talk business, mindset, and leadership through the lens of Scripture and the lessons I've learned from mentors like Jesse Lee Ward. So grab your coffee and let's get to work faithfully. This is the big one, episode 10. They say most podcasts don't make it to 10 episodes, so here we are, y'all. I am so excited. Let's dive right in. Divine alignment, when you let go and God takes over. Alignment isn't about balance. It is about surrender. When you align with God's plan, things start to flow instead of force. So many of us grind harder when we should lean deeper. Hustle culture teaches control, but faith teaches release. Alignment happens when you stop striving and start trusting. I saw a video the other day, and it was basically talking about how God could do more with your surrender than he can with your control. And I thought about that, and I felt like I had been slapped upside the head, y'all. For real. I am a control freak. Actually, let me correct myself. I was a control freak. But, and it is a hard lesson, I have learned that my plan really, as hard as I try to make my plan come to fruition, it isn't always the same as God's plan. So, I want you to ask yourself, what are you currently forcing that's not flowing? How can you make room for more divine interruptions? And what would your business look like if peace became your priority? I was actually just talking about this yesterday, about how when I first started in network marketing, I really wanted sales. I was chasing the dollar signs. And I tried and tried and tried and tried, and I failed so many times. And when I stopped forcing things and just started to be a good Christian, it started to flow for me. This is a great time of year to do an audit of your goals, because people are auditing themselves anyways. But take an audit of your goals. Which are the spirit-led ones and which are the ego-driven ones? Create a weekly quiet time to listen for divine direction. And release one thing this week that is stealing your peace. When you align your hustle with heaven, you move from pressure to purpose. That is the Faithful Hustle way. So I would love it if y'all would comment below what is one thing that you can do in your business to move it into a more faith-fueled direction for this next year. Thanks for spending time to me today. Remember, success isn't about climbing ladders. It is about walking faithfully with Jesus in every step. If this episode encouraged you, share it with a friend who needs it too. Until next time, Stay faithful and keep hustling.